Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from CK, and here's her story. Hi, Ollie. I want to thank you for your video you did for me titled "The Narc Never Wants You to Lose Your Anchor." I never thought about my situation from that perspective. I'm writing today because I have a question about something my mother did before she passed away. My mother, let's call her Linda, was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in April 2013 and died October 31st, 2013. So that was quick. And, I know it. I was guilted into taking her to radiation and chemotherapy twice a week. That's another story I will send later, but before she died, she made sure she caused further damage to my mental health by emotionally abusing me. Of course she did. Of course she did. Because the narcissist abuse on their deathbed is their morphine. That's like their morphine. When they emotionally abuse you while they're on their deathbed, it's their morphine. Don't be their morphine. I can't tell you how many stories I've done on this channel for people who regret, it's always women who regret being the sucker, being the caretaker for this narcissist on their deathbed. They made their bed, let them die in it. Let them die in it. Don't be their morphine. Don't let their abuse of you be their morphine on their deathbed. I had always questioned my paternity. My father did not look anything like me. His other kids did not look anything like me. I asked her why she didn't force him to take a paternity test so I could get child support. Her reply was that would give him the right to see me. She claimed she didn't want him to see me unless he willingly paid support first. Oh, you took care of this bitch. You took care of this bitch. Even if he wasn't your natural father, he wanted to be. I guess, if he wanted to see you. Not the guy being used as an ATM. I later found out he was paying child support to other kids after the DNA test came back that he was the father. One of his other kids' mothers told me after Linda found out I spoke to her, she then told me he only paid child support out of wedlock for his out-of-wedlock male children, not any of his female kids. Well, years later, during one of our trips to chemotherapy, she decides to tell me Ronnie, real name, was not my father. She did this in public in a public area in a room full of people, complete strangers. She could have told me 20 minutes earlier when we were at home. No, she needed her morphine right there and then. Now imagine that. She's dying, going through chemo, radiation. And the one thing that can make her feel better is hurting you. And she can only do it is because the only reason she was able to do it is because you took her there in the first place. As I tell everybody, these narcs make their bed, let them die in it. Let them die in it alone. She then asked, do you want to know who it really is? At this point, I don't believe anything she says. I'm still in shock to this day. Why would she choose to break such horrible news to me in a hospital setting in front of complete strangers? Because hurting you is the greatest drug in the world. That's why. It's her morphine. Over the physical pain of cancer and chemo and radiation, the one thing that can soothe her more than anything else is hurting you. And you signed up and took her there for it. To this day, I still remember the look in her eye as she anticipated my reaction. It was part glee and disgust. Did she tell me that to further alienate me from him? I haven't talked to him since 2011. I think maybe I should. What do you think? Yeah, I think you should. Controlling you from beyond the grave again. Again, another one. Let them die. Let them die. Let them die in their bed alone. Let them die alone. I heard through my sister, my father and Linda had a huge argument, but my sister claims she doesn't know what it was about. I don't believe her. Why didn't she take that with her to her grave? Needless to say, after this revelation, I understood just how nasty she was as a person. Any answers would be appreciated. After all her promises to take care of her disabled grandson, she left him absolutely nothing, not one single penny. Thanks in advance. Sincerely, CK. Because the narcissist's greatest drug is hurting you. It's that simple. The narcissist's greatest drug is abusing you. That's why. And with stage 4 cancer, going through chemo and radiation, the one thing that could soothe her and ease her pain above all else is hurting you. The narcissist doesn't change on their deathbed. Just because the narcissist gets sick and gets cancer and dies does not absolve them of a lifetime of abusive, shitty behavior. They made their bed. Let them die in it. So, I hope that helps. Thank you for another contribution and story, CK. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like a private video made, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all of this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.